The newly appointed executive director of the World Food Programme has been witnessing the scale and gravity of a crisis described by the UN as the worst since the end of World War II. David Beasley is also a former Republican governor of South Carolina who provided some political support to Donald Trump's presidential campaign. Now he's knocking at the door of the White House to urge the US to do more.
President Trump talking about putting America first. If you want to put America first in international and national security interests, you'll fund the World Food Program and humanitarian organizations like this, because for every dollar we spend here, it saves us multiple dollars in military operations.
Aid agencies, fearful of a withdrawal of US aid, were encouraged by the inclusion of an additional $1 billion in famine relief in this year's budget passed by Congress last month. It was pushed through by a group of senators who weeks ago urged the White House Office of Management and Budget to release the money without delay. Now it's essentially stuck inside the walls of the White House.
But while the funds have been identified, they haven't been released yet. It has been a month, and famine is a situation where time is of the essence. Every week that goes by, more people die. Famine is not an abstract threat. This is very real. People are dying right now, and those funds are critical to be released immediately.
The United Nations says 20 million people are facing starvation, the majority children. Famine has been declared in South Sudan and is expected to be declared soon in Somalia, Nigeria and Yemen. The World Food Programme's new head says efforts to encourage donor governments to give more are being frustrated by what he calls media clutter, drowning out the message.
In France, it's been Le Pen, Le Pen, Le Pen. In UK, it's been Brexit, Brexit, Brexit. Well, you know what it's been in US, Trump, Trump, Trump.
Aid agencies want the Trump administration to urge warring factions in drought areas to allow unimpeded access for humanitarian agencies and to stop using hunger as a weapon of war. In the meantime, there's currently no sign that the $990 million that senators want spent urgently on famine relief and prevention will be moved quickly out of the White House. Daniel Wrenches, CGTN, Washington.